what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Runa, and today is Foundation Friday. Happy New Year, you guys. I took a little vacation for a minute and I just went and enjoyed the holidays. Spend time with my family. That's very, very important. Always take time for yourself, your family, your friends, especially during the holidays. It's when everyone's off, so you guys all want to hang out. Like, that's what I think. Today's an exciting video. I am going to be doing the best foundations of 2019. As you guys know, 2019 was the ultimate foundation year. There was a new complexion product every single day, it seemed. And I wanted to try every single one. I wasn't able to try a bunch of them, but I was able to try as much as I wanted to, as much as I was interested in. So today is the roundup. I hope I can share the ones that I really, really loved, and I feel like you can go into the new year with new, fresh, beautiful, flawless foundation. Flawless skin, and let's get started. Also, you guys, if you like Foundation Friday, don't forget to comment down below, turn on the notifications, which is that bell button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so I can make more foundation videos. The first foundation that came out in 2019 that was my favorite, ultimate favorite, is the Fenty Beauty Foundation. 2019 was the year that Fenty Beauty gave us a Pro Filt'r hydrating foundation. Now, if you're somebody who has really, really dry skin, like I do, the hydrating foundation is really, really good. Now, my only tip for this foundation is you don't want to put on too much. Very little goes a long way. It's also not heavy coverage like the regular Pro Filt'r. I feel like the coverage on this one is much more medium. I do find that this does oxidize more than the regular Pro Filt'r does, but if you have dry skin and the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte was a little too drying for you, which it was for me, I think that this hydrating one is amazing if you have dry skin, or even if you have more mature skin and you need a little bit more moisture. This is definitely great. I think this is good for every day. This foundation is only $35, so I think that's a very affordable price for such a high performing foundation. It looks very natural on your skin. It's gonna look very skin-like. It does last all day. I actually do have, dropping stuff. I actually do have a full review, so any foundation I mention in this video, it's all going to be linked down below, and it's going to give you a chance to look at the full review if you still want to look at the full review. But yes, so this was amazing. Definitely a holy grail item for me, and definitely a rebuy. Next foundation, you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys are not surprised to see this foundation. This is the Mercier Flawless Lumière foundation. This came out in the beginning of the year of last year. I love this foundation. It is a little bit on the pricier side. I think this foundation is $45. Actually, I just looked it up. It's $48. I do love this foundation because they definitely made this a skincare foundation. That's another thing that's a huge trend in 2019 is skincare makeup, and infusing skincare into the makeup that you already put on your skin, because why not? I love that because I do not want to put a bunch of skincare on my skin in the morning. I tend to want to wait and do a lot of skincare at night. Like, I literally do a 10-step Korean skincare, probably 20 steps by now, but it's like a 10-step that I do at night, and I just really go in and I take care of my skin at night. If you guys want to see that, let me know, comment down below, and I will do a full video on that. But I really like that it has skincare in it, so I'm not really needing to put a lot of skincare on my face. I'll just go in with maybe a primer, and I usually go in with my Unicorn Essence primer because this also has antioxidants and good for you, good for skin products in it, ingredients in it. And it's the same thing with this Flawless Lumière. It has vitamin C in it. It has, I think the guy I went to, an actual, you know, makeup artist, and he like tried this on me, and I think he said it also has like snail secretion or something like that, and that makes it more anti-aging. So I really, really love using this for its skincare purposes. I love using this during the daytime. It's one of my favorites. It's not as hydrating, even though it says it's like a hydrating foundation. I would say the Fenty Hydrating Pro Filt'r is a little bit more hydrating than this one, but this one is much more full coverage. It's much more like flawless, minimized pores, radiance. It's much more of a full coverage foundation. So if that's what you're looking for, but at the same time you want some hydration, it's this one. But since it's much more full coverage, it's not going to be as hydrating, but it's still an amazing, amazing foundation. Something that you should definitely take the time to try out. They have a really huge shade range as well, and it's just really pretty. I really, really love it. And this one doesn't oxidize at all. The Fenty does oxidize, but this one doesn't oxidize at all. Oldie but a goodie, and this will always be on one of my holy grail lists, is the NARS Radiant Natural Longwear Foundation. A lot of people have a hit or miss type of feeling towards this. I think this is one of my most favorite foundations, mostly because of how great this color looks on my skin. It looks amazing on my skin. And after it's been on my skin for a while, it just looks really nice. It's like it gets better over time. It stays put. It doesn't move around. It has a really nice non-cakey feel, but you'll get a flawless full coverage look. It minimizes your pores. It just is really nice, and it dries really nice. So when you're gonna go in with your bronzer and your brush and your, you know, extra stuff on top of your skin, you're not gonna get any like patches. You're not gonna be super patchy, and it's because this foundation dries super fast, and it just looks really good. And yes, you actually look really radiant, especially when you get any type of like foundations that are like matty. You look really radiant, and if you get something that's too hydrating, you're gonna look like a grease ball. And this is like the happy medium. It's like hydrating and matte all in the same, and it just looks so flawless. It looks good at night, especially if you're gonna take some photography at night, or if you're gonna go and do pictures. This looks good. I always wear this when I go and do my blogging pictures. If I'm gonna do extreme photography, I always do this. If I know I'm gonna do selfies, I tend to always grab my NARS, because I know when it comes to photographs, this always looks perfect and beautiful and nice. So this is definitely one of my holy grails. 2019, not only did foundation come out a lot, there was tons of foundation. There was tons of foundation sticks. It was foundation sticks central. One of the foundation sticks that I tried out was the Maybelline SuperStay foundation stick. I actually really like this. I wouldn't say it's a holy grail or like, oh my gosh, I want it so badly. But if you're someone who just really likes to stick to drugstore affordable makeup and you're looking for something quick like a stick foundation, this is actually really nice. It's full coverage. It goes cream. It's a cream to matte formula. It's affordable. I think it's less than 12 bucks. The color range is pretty big, although I've seen that the color range was getting smaller and smaller. I'm not sure if they're going to discontinue this, but it was definitely a solid foundation. I've used it quite a few times, and if you're someone who's on the go and quick, or you even want to use this to like spot treat, it has a sponge on it, which is cool. I like that. It's quick on the go. If you're in college, high school, and you're not someone that has a lot of time to do your makeup, or if you're someone that often needs to do your makeup in the car, this is perfect, because you could just spot treat and then blend out with this. Or if you're someone who doesn't even wear that much makeup and you like to spot treat, you could use this to spot treat. I think it's really good. I think it's so thick it could be even used as a concealer, and you don't really need to use concealer and foundation. For a drugstore product, this was pretty solid, and it was an amazing launch for 2019. I'm pretty sure it came out 2019 or the end of 2018. So as you know, for 2019 forever, MAC Studio Fix is always going to be one of my holy grails. I love MAC Studio Fix. I love using it when I'm gonna go out and I want like a snatch full coverage look. I love using it when my skin is really heavy on pigmentation. So during the summer, I like using this because it has SPF 15 in it, and I love using it during the daytime, because during the summer I do get dark spots. So it just happens during the summer. No matter how much sunblock I use, my skin is really sensitive towards the sun, so I will get dark spots all over my skin, and sometimes some foundations just won't cover up the dark spot as much. So I'll use this to kind of just even out and give me the coverage that I need, and it always performs really well, and it never does me dirty. I would say just be careful with this. You don't want to use it all the time or every day, because I do think it's a little heavy for an everyday foundation. But if you want to use it for special occasions, and if not special occasions, like when you know you're going to be photographed, or when you know you're going to be around a lot of people and you just want to look snatched, because I feel like foundation is very moody or vibey, or we stick to this thing that works the most, or we're just all foundation hoarders and we just love trying out new foundations and we just love talking about them. This foundation, the MAC Studio Fix, will always be on my foundation best list, so definitely try it out, pick it out. And the shade range is amazing. There's so many shade ranges. There's so much that you could do. This was actually one of my first foundations ever that I was able to buy and finally start wearing makeup, because I couldn't find any of my shade ranges in drugstore. This was like back then where they like didn't sell enough foundation for brown girls. Now 2020, we are officially woke people, and we are all about inclusivity, body positivity, self-love. We are not shaming people in 2020. We're not hating on people in 2020. We're showing everybody love, and we are being positive. We are being positive. If we feel like being mean to other people, you need to look at yourself and ask yourself, why am I being mean? Am I unhappy? Is there something wrong with me? Question yourself before you act with people and you upset other people. Try to be kind. 2020 is the year of being kind. Be kind. Another foundation that I found very, very amazing and I always really love is this Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. From Too Faced. It came out with more colors. I think it was this year or last year in the end. I think it was this year. I could have sworn it was this year, 2019, but it's just all the lines are very blurred, you guys. But I used this foundation a lot this year, and it's because I like this foundation because it's airbrushy. It's super, super airbrushy. It's not heavy at all. It almost has the light coverage, medium coverage vibe to it, but then when it dries down, it has a full coverage look to it, but not a feel to it. It's very light. If you're someone who hates to have any gunkiness on your skin and you just feel like, oh my gosh, this is so much gunk on my skin, especially a lot of foundations can feel really gunky and you can't wait to get home and get shit off your face, then this foundation is for you because you're not going to feel it on your face. It's literally going to feel so smooth. Your pores are going to be super snatched. It's going to look really, really nice, and it's not going to look cakey. You can use a lot or a little. It's all on like your method, what you do. I tend to use a lot of foundation because I don't know, I just get too excited. I think I like the motion of foundation. Like applying foundation just seems like so much fun to me. I don't know what it is, and I just love the process of transformation with makeup. So I tend to put a lot, but you can also go in with very little and it'll look really, really good. This is another brown girl friendly foundation. It's so amazing. And the colors are just so good. If you're somebody that struggles with too orange, too red, too yellow, and you just can't find that color, I recommend you to try this one. This is Praline, and it looks really, really good on me. Like I don't have too yellow, too light. Like I don't have any of those issues with this one. I know a lot of people say the MAC NC42 tends to make them look really orange and red. It could just be your undertone. You might be in between. It could just be how the foundation is reacting to your skin. It could be making it oxidize. It could be making it warm up. You have to understand makeup is all chemical, so everybody's skin is different. Everybody's skin tones are different. Everybody's preference are different. Like makeup is such a science, and it's also such a psychological thing, and it's such a preference. If you are somebody who feels like foundations are looking too yellow on you, or they're looking too ashy on you, which would be yellow ashy, looking too orange on you, which would be like red or too red on you, this is much more of a neutral color, and I feel like they just took red and yellow and like mixed it really well, and they produced this. It's really, really nice. It's super good, and I bought it at Ulta, so get it at Ulta if you want to try it out. Also, if you want to sample this, you can go into Sephora and get samples for it, and they give you like amazing samples, and you could try it out. Like they give you enough sample for like a week's worth of trying out a foundation, so you should definitely do that. They also have a great return policy at Sephora and Ulta. You can literally buy the foundation, use it for a couple of times, like a week or two, see if you really, really like it, and then keep it if you do. And if you don't like it, you can always return it as well, because the return policies are great. Okay guys, so that is literally the 2019 best foundations ever that I felt was really, really good of 2019. And I felt I grabbed a lot and I used a lot and I was happy a lot. Because I review a lot of foundations and because I review a lot of makeup, I feel like my selection is always really tiny and my best is always really tiny because I'm so picky and I'm always comparing this foundation to that foundation, this makeup to that makeup. So what I did is I sat down and I literally like just started taking notes on how I felt about every foundation when I had it on my face, and then I just like broke down those notes, and these are the ones that I found. And I also have a little section here that I constantly keep my foundations on, and I question myself every single day, like which one should stay, which one shouldn't go, do I like this one, do I not like that one? So I've repeatedly constantly tested out these foundations that I shared with you guys today. So try them out. Comment down below if you already have them and you're already using them. Tell me how you feel about it. Do you hate any of these foundations and you're just like, I can't stand that foundation? And tell me why you can't stand that foundation. Comment down below and let me know. Happy New Year to you guys. I send you so many positive vibes. I hope 2020 is going to be an amazing year for you. I hope it's going to be an amazing year for us. I hope we grow as a community. I hope this channel grows and we grow and we can bring new people here in the community and build this positive, happy place where we talk about makeup and clothes and fashion and all things girly and just enjoy life and just stay drama free. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you so much. Bye!